You're watching Fox 13, the most powerful name in local news.
Red light cameras have been controversial ever since they started going up around the Bay Area and across the state. And with thousands of citations already issued, the first challenges to the cameras are winding their way through the court system. On Friday, a judge in Brooksville dealt the first blow to the city's red light camera system. I know it's a hot topic these days, and joining us to discuss the case and what it means for drivers, we have attorney Felix Vega.
Good morning, Jen.
Good
to see you again.
Nice to see you. So this case started when Julio Corral received one of these red light citations in the mail in July for supposedly running it back in May, and he decided to fight it.
Right. And basically the whole argument came down to looking at the statute itself, because a lot of people thought that this was just like the red light camera company made all the rules. It's actually written into law in 2010. It was passed because a man named Mark Wandal was killed in 2003. So if you can look at some of the requirements that you have, the notice is the big one that people have to, the state has to abide by. So when you run the red light camera, and then what they have to do is actually transmit this citation to the clerk's office. It has to be done within 30 days of the citation or the violation occurring. So you have to get the notice. Then it's also sent to the owner of the vehicle, not necessarily who was driving the vehicle. So it's a strict liability situation. You have 30 days then to either pay it or fight it. In Julio Corral's case, he wasn't given the 30 days. They went beyond the 30-day notice period. So that was the first domino to fall in the case.
And these cases, they go to traffic court, not criminal court.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, because traffic court, there's a civil traffic court, which is for your basic violations, for example, running a red light, running a stop sign, careless driving. There's no prosecutors involved. It's basically you against the officer, and there's also a hearing officer or a magistrate judge. Different from criminal traffic court, which is where we have the prosecutors have to prove up the case. So in traffic court, in these red light cases, you have all these proof issues where you have to introduce not only the citation, where it came from, when it was transmitted. It comes down to who is going to prove up the case in the end.
So, and you already mentioned that the judge had an issue with the photos and the video because the red light cameras excluded the evidence in the case because
basically it's a basic rule of evidence, because you have these unmanned cameras taking pictures of the vehicles. And so, for example, if your house got broken into, the crime scene guys come over, they take pictures of your house, they go into court and testify. They can't say that, well, Miss Epstein lives in that house, or I saw Miss Epstein living there. They just are taking pictures of the intersection and the camera. So the judge says, hold on a minute, you've got to authenticate these photos and prove that that was taken at the time that it was. And for that, you would need the people from the camera company to come in and authenticate it, because those officers that are sitting there reviewing them, they're not actually out on the street watching these people violate the law.
But I mean, a picture, isn't that proof enough? I guess not.
No, because it is, because like we were talking about, does it prove that you were the person driving the vehicle? And that's what it comes down to, because now you're in a situation which constitutionally defense attorneys are going to jump all over this, because if they don't have those pictures to introduce into evidence, then your cases start to fall apart. The judge punted on the constitutionality issue, so that's going to come up down the road.
And I'm sure this is just one of many cases that we're going to see, because these red light cameras, they just still keep popping up across the Bay Area.
And they started, actually, a lot of these cases started in South Florida, so now they're working their way up the state and through the court system like we were talking about.
All right, nice to see you again.
You too, Jen. Good to see you.
All right, talk to you soon.